Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you how I made this card, which I'm calling a 5x7 angled pillar card. So I've done pillar cards before, but I saw this one and I saw it on Pinterest, and it was someone called Corrie van Os. I'll put the name up on the screen for you. I'll try and link the pin in the description below if I can. But yeah, I saw her, she'd done this, but she'd done it with, it wasn't a complete triangle. It came up a little bit and then went across. So you can do it like that, and it looked really nice. She had like a little house on it, and it just looked really good. I don't know if she's the originator of it. I'm not quite sure. Obviously, I know this pillar card's been around for a bit, so I think it's just like her version of it. Or I did see other people had done it as well, so I'm not sure who originally came up with it. But Corrie was the person who I saw anyway. Really liked it, so I thought I'd have a go. So I've just kind of used my own measurements. I didn't follow hers. The papers that we've got here are from In Love Art Shop, as are all the dies. So this is the pack. It's called Bloom in Sky. This is the pack that I've used. Beautiful. You can go and check out the craft tool video, which will take you through every single sheet in there. But it's really beautiful. Really, really beautiful pack. I love the colours on it. You've got space on the back to write. It folds down flat and fits in an envelope for a 5x7 card. And yeah, if you go over to In Love Art Shop, just use the affiliate links that are below in the description, because every click through helps me and the channel. And so you can also use my code ICEDImages, all in one word, which will get you 20% off your order. But all of these dies are from In Love Art Shop, and I will try and link all of them below if they're still available. But yeah, so that's the card for today. So let's get into it. Okay, so for this card, you're going to need one piece of base card that's 5x7. That doesn't need scoring, so we can put that to one side. And then you're going to need one piece that is 5 by 8.5 ideally. Mine is actually 8.25 because I've just used a piece of A4, but ideally you want 8.5. So you're going to score every 2 inches. So you're going to score 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. And then we're going to mount and fold all of our score lines. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stick this together. Now, you can if you want, and I did on my little, I did like a little sample card on here. So what I did was I actually stuck the tab on the back of the piece of card rather than on the inside. But I think for this one, I'm actually going to stick it the way we normally do it, because I feel like it's going to be easier, and also because I've only got 1/4 inch to play with here, it's going to be a trick otherwise. So I'm going to go ahead and put some red tape on this side. Obviously, if you're doing it the other way around, you need to stick it on the other side. But I think this is going to be best for the size of card that I have. And then I'm going to fold one side over, bring this off, and then just fold this over and stick it down, and that makes you your pillar. And then you can decide if where you want that tab. I'm probably going to put my tab at the front like that, because then when you look you can't see it, and that join isn't that obvious. So now we'll stick this down first, I think. Actually no, we won't do that at first. We need to cut some off this. So if you want to, you could just stick that on there like that and just have it like that, which I've done before. I've done cards like this before. But I saw, as you know, this card on Pinterest, and it was slightly different, and I quite like the way they've done it. So along the top of the 5x7, you're going to mark at 2 inches. And then what we want to do is I'm going to bring my cutting mat in. You could obviously use a guillotine or whatever. And I'm going to cut from that 2 inch mark down to the bottom right hand corner, like that. Okay, so you should end up with that. So you've obviously got a triangle, that's excess, but if you want to use that on a different project, you can. So I'm going to remove that for now. And then what we want to do is going to go ahead and stick this onto this side here. So I'm just going to use some glue. The other thing as well is if you want to, you can actually come up a little bit and then go down. So you've got almost like a little, it's not a complete like triangle. The reason I haven't done that is because I wanted this to be a square. Because if it's a square, it makes life a lot easier when you're trying to sort out pattern papers. Because you know, I'm not happy. I don't really like triangles. I don't really do triangles. Triangles are a bit of a pain. So if they're right angle triangles, it makes life a lot easier than if they're just odd triangles. So we're going to turn that over like that, and I'm going to fold it that way because that's the way it's going to fold flat in the envelope. and then we're just going to stick it. So I'm going to line that folded edge there up with the cut edge of my card behind and just stick that down like that. So when you pop it up, there's your card base. Okay, so now we need to decorate. So to decorate, I'm actually going to decorate not only these three sides, but I'm also going to decorate that back piece as well, because you are kind of going to see it. So in that case, you need 4 pieces of mat that are 1 3/4 by 4 3/4, and 4 pieces of pattern that are 1.5 by 4.5. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick these down. And then this piece here is just going to go, as I said, at the back. So again, I'm going to put some glue on, and obviously it's a bit more tricky because you've already sealed up your pillar, but using wet glue makes it a little bit easier. Right, so then what we're going to do is decorate this part here. So you need a piece of mat. Now you can do this 2 ways. You can either get a piece of mat that is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 and a piece of pattern that's 4.5 by 4.5, or what you can do is you can get your square. So say for example you've got a 6 by 6 square, so imagine this is your 6 by 6. So say for example you wanted to just cut a square out here, you want a triangle here rather, you didn't want the whole piece, then what I would do is measure up here 4 3/4, make a mark, measure across here 4 3/4, and then draw a line. And then that way you're only using that bit of card or paper, and the rest of this you can use. Otherwise you end up with a triangle that's just kind of floating around, not doing anything. So that's just a little, that's what I've done. So I've actually cut a piece out, and so that is going to go in there. Now if you want to, because we're dealing with triangles, you might want to take it down a little bit smaller, because you'll notice that my border is a lot smaller than this border. So on here I would really advise for your mat to be 4.5 by 4.5 and your pattern to be 4 by 4. If you do that, so obviously in diagonal, you know, triangle, if you do that, your border will be the same as what you've got here, or more or less the same. But I'm just going to go with this, it's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that down. So you should end up with that. Now, one thing we need to do is we do need to put stuff on the back. Now, I actually accidentally cut out a full rectangle and then realised I didn't need a full rectangle. So you really need to start with, again, a base piece that is 4 3/4, not a base piece, a mat piece that's 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and a white piece that's 4.5 by 6.5. And then what I would do is lay your mat piece on to your base, and then just kind of go from that bottom left hand corner up to, like, you know, just lay your ruler down and see, because then you're going to get the angle properly. If you measure, you might end up getting the wrong angle, so that's what I would do. And then the same with your white card, just lay that on to your mat and do the same again, so you've got a border. So obviously I haven't got a border on that edge, but I'm not that bothered, it's fine. So I'm going to go ahead now and just stick that down. Okay, so that is the bones of your card done. So now we need to decorate. So I wanted to use like a fancy kind of die, and I decided that let me just bring this bit of this triangle back in again, because I'm going to need this. So I'm just going to put this in here just for the moment, just so I can see where my edges, so because it's going to fold down to be a 5 by 7, I want to know where my edges are. And I've cut out this die, which some of you will remember. This is another In Love Art Shop die. All of the links and everything will be in the description below. If you click through those links, they're actually affiliate links, so they help me out. And you can also use my code iced images, all in one word, which will give you 20% off your order. So I want to put this on here, but obviously I don't want it to go over the edge here and over the edge here. So what I'm actually going to do, so I'm just going to trim this little bit off here because it's kind of in the way, and then let's see if that's going to work. So it's going to need to be about there. So that's fine, I think we can deal with that. I mean, I could trim it down further, but I don't really want to, so I'm going to leave it like that. So I'm going to go ahead now and just stick this down. And what I did was, before I cut this out, I put double-sided adhesive sheet on the back of this gold card. And so then that means I should be able to just peel this off and stick it down, and it's fully sticky. And I've gone and cut the reverse. So I've basically I've covered a whole sheet of gold card with double-sided adhesive. And then what I've done is I have cut the die on onto the gold side, and then I've also cut it from the other side. So if you can see, can you see how this isn't, like, the nice edges are on this side and this is like flat because that's the back of the die cut, but it means I can stick one on top of the other so that I end up with this gold on the back as well. So I'm not going to end up with just stickiness hanging off, you know, just doing nothing and getting in the way. And it also means I'm not going to have this ugly white side showing, so I'll have a nice gold side on both sides. So that's a little tip for you. So I'm going to go ahead now and just peel all this off and stick this down. Okay, so I've cut these out, and again, those of you who follow my channel will know these are also from In Love Art Shop. These are from a while ago, which is why I ordered this die, because it's very similar, and I liked the fact that I had like a small option and then like a bigger option. So what I think I'm going to do is this Happy Birthday, also In Love Art Shop, is going to go on there, and then I'm going to put these above and below like that, and then have that over the top, and then you've got this kind of, you've got a bit of a flourish, bit of a fancy sort of thing going on. Now, with things sticking over the edge, you're absolutely fine as long as you don't go more than 2 inches this way. Because what's going to happen is when that folds down, this, whatever's hanging off the edge here, will get absorbed into this side. So as long as it's not more than 2 inches, you can really go for it. So that's looking, you know, good. And this side you don't have to worry because you've literally got 5 inches that you've got, you know, of extra space. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick this down. Okay, so there you have your card. So obviously you've got your bit on the front. It's quite nice that you've just got that, you know, bit at the back there, just so you've got, you know, nothing blank in the middle there. And then on the back you've got space to write, and obviously you haven't got a big white expanse, you've got more of the flower there, and then you can stamp your greeting there. If you wanted to, you could put this underneath this layer so it just pops out. Same here, you could have it underneath this layer here if you want to. Obviously it folds down and fits in an envelope for a 5x7 card. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Nice easy card to do. Please go check out Iced In Love Art Shop. Use my code IcedImages. Use the links below. That will take you through to the specific products you see here, and also onto In Love Art Shop, their website, and it just, they register the affiliate links, and then that means then it helps the channel out and keeps me going. So yeah. So that is that. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Leave a comment down below. If you want to help support the channel further, I have got a PayPal link in the description below as well. If you want to donate, buy me a coffee as it were, inverted commas, then that would all be appreciated, because I am trying to grow the channel, because I would like to continue to do this, but I can only continue to do it if it pays the bills. So being frank with you, but that's how it works. So yeah, there's a few options of ways you can support. If you need more information, then just message me on Pinterest or Instagram or Etsy. You can message me on there as well. But yes, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time. Bye.